Hello my friends, all great wave hunters and new arrivals. It's me Paul and I've returned because I am ready to present the new great tool called Twister. And the Twister is really crazy because it changes the generation upside down, and today you will learn why is that so and why this tool is so important and why this changing this generation so significantly. So stay tuned and let's see today. I know you are waiting long, but it's better to wait more a few weeks and to get something valuable than to have something not fully complete. And I have to say that I passed the one of the biggest milestone in the development of the gene as whole, and I'm getting closer to the point when I'll be really ready to finish it and publish it to you. So let's get started, and before I move on, for those who are new here, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel and click the bell to be notified about every new video update related to this gene development or other news which are related to the wavelength theory or which can be interesting for you. Also, join if you have the gene software. Please join the Wave Hunters group on Facebook. There are more than 100 members, and now it's getting much more important than before. So get ready before this Gene 2.3 will be released, because I plan to make several strategies. As there are many new functions and tools, I plan to play together several strategies and test them together how they work or not. So it will be a really good place where we can generate and play together and to have the results and compare them how these results are good or not. And if you do not have the gene software, or if you are not willing to join this group, then at least you can follow the wavelength theory page which is on the Facebook. You can just click like or follow, I don't remember exactly, but there you'll be also informed about the news related to this theory and mainly to the software development. And for sure there is an official website called wavegene.net, which is some kind of crossroad from which place you can get to the YouTube, you can get to the Facebook, also to my email and to contact me directly. All the links are in the description below this video. Furthermore, if you want to support my work more significantly, you can become my patron on Patreon, or you can donate some money to the PayPal me. The links are also in the description, and for sure you can subscribe, like and share it between your friends or everywhere where you like. And now I am getting to the Twister, and I will tell you some idea which brings me to this point and why I change the idea to reality, and why I think that this Twister is so important, and why it will significantly change the whole generation as we know it. So let's start with one videos I've done before in past. You can find it in this channel, so that's why it's good to be always subscribed to this channel. And the video is called Bring More Luck Tomorrow. So here I explained some idea how this works and how this works in a real life. So after that you can watch this to get some better review and just to see how worthy the Twister is and how big potential the Twister has. Also, as the source for this video is there is a video from Veritasium, and it's called How We Are Fooled by Statistics, and it's about the regression to the mean. And just briefly, that you don't need to skip from these videos right now, and for the better understanding. So all is about that if you were very lucky in past with everything, that it's most probable that these next days in future will not be so lucky as they were before, and vice versa. It means if your life was so unlucky in the past, it's more probable that the next day will be more luckier than the previous one. And it's like, if you have some famous music band and they released some album in past, one album, and this album becomes so famous and a few songs were really famous. But after that, as they were very lucky, after that they published a new album, but this album was never and maybe never remembered as the previous one. So when they used the potential of these lucky events, then the other is more probable that they won't be as lucky as it was before. And it also can change, that there are bands which are playing music for years and no one is noticing them, but suddenly they publish one album and they become famous. So that's the shortcut and explanation how this works and how the twister will include this behavior in the gene generation. And in fact it changes the generation in the way we've never done before. So since now it will be in a new way. And it means, just briefly, if or till now the gene were trying to be as best guesser as possible with the past, so we were considering, so if he is so good in past, then he'll be so good also in future. So that was the idea and the theory behind, and we still are assuming as this work in this way. But if I consider and include a new information I just mentioned right now, it means the regression to the mean and about the changes between the lucky days and the bad days. So the twister will allow you to make the gene as bad guesser as possible. So we push him to guess the worst results which are the possible. It means to guess completely zero, no matches, nothing, to make him the worst man in the world and with the most bad luck as possible. And all we make that he will do it in past. So coming to the regression to back, so it means that if we drain him, we will beat him, then it's more probable and possible that the future will be more lucky for him than the past. And this is the key idea. So we'll make the gene as bad as possible, expecting that he'll be much better in future than he was in past. And that's the whole idea, and that's the thing or the key and breakthrough that is changing the whole generation. And I think, and I'm already testing this, and it's really, I have to say, this is really interesting, and I cannot wait till I will publish it also to you, and we will start to make these strategies together and to make these generations and see really the effect of the twister. And this twister is as an additional feature, so it means you can still generate the numbers in the previous way, and you can also change it, that you can make it different in a section of your generation. So this is very flexible to Twister, and that's what was my aim to bring. So let's see how this works right now. So I will switch the page, and here we have the new gene 2.3, and I just make quickly the initial settings. So let's take, as usual, the Powerball game, then we'll take the second generator, and I will make rating by just the power 2, so we can see the differences and that you understand how this works. And now everything here is fine, so we'll put here 6 previous lots and 4 future lots, 5 results also with the recuperation. I will not touch the new function order and disorder, that you will see clearly the values. I also will not set up any influence between or ratio between the chaos and order. So let's print the interface right here, and there is printed the upper and lower filter. Today I will not use it at all. If you don't know what it is, then you can watch some of the previous videos where I am describing the potentials of these two new things, or one thing. I mean mainly the upper filter, which was not present or not present in gene 2.2. And now here you can see how this new tool, the Twister, is printed. So it has its own box which should be filled in case you want to use it. If you leave it empty, then it will not, or it won't be included to the generation, so it will not affect the generation at all. So here you will see the big potential of this new Twister. In advance, I took the numbers from Powerball, so these are the latest numbers which I took from it, and to speed the time I will just copy them into the input box. So it is right here, and to demonstrate the Twister I need to fill it in. So if I leave it empty, or if I put here 0, then it will not twist the value of the hits. It means it will remain like it is. So it means if you have 3 matches, then it will have value 3, and if you have a total of 6 matches, this will have value 6 hits. But if I will apply Twister, then it will be inverted, or like a negative thing. It means it will be equal to 0 matches. And on the other hand, if there will be no matches, then it will get due to Twister, it will get the full value. So let's see what I'm talking about. So to demonstrate the Twister, I need to put here, when I want to apply it, just put number 1. No other number is needed or allowed. And you see in the graph, it's marked by the black dot. It depends on the skin, but it's marked in general by dots. So you see where the Twister is applied. And as I mentioned before, just now I want to demonstrate how the gene will generate the worst results possible, the worst result possible. So let's just start it. And now it's running, and I'm getting this red snake and a green snake as best result, and the best result is very low. So you can see that. I can just pause it for a while and to show the values. So here, if I go here, I have 0 matches like here, but we got 6 times 6 is 36, so we got value 36. We got the highest possible value. If I got 1 match, then the value is reduced, and if I get 6 matches, then the value will be upside down. It will be twisted completely. It will be 0 here. So it is really evaluating the result in the negative way, or in the reversed way. So let's run it for some longer time. I will just make this higher speed. So let's run it for a while to see the speed and the indicator. And now we have about 10,000 cycles per second. Now it's 16,000 cycles per second, and so on. So I will pause it, and now you will see we got the best wave, which has zero matches completely. So it was quite easy, and you might think, yeah, it's not not so good approach. So yes, in fact you are right. So from that point you can see that to really bring the effect of the twister, you need to make much more longer history. In the best is to use the whole history of the lottery, which you can take from the website or from some databases, as I have shown in some old videos. If you will struggle to find it, then I can help you to send the link. It is, I think it's called the whole history, how to put the whole history into the gene. So all is possible, as the gene is flexible and it has no limitation, so it can be placed there. So when I used that, it wasn't so easy, and it was almost impossible to get everywhere zeros. But so when I generated then the real results, I really get interesting results with more matches than I've seen until now. So that's why I see the great potential of this new function, and there will be a lot of new generations from my side, and I believe also from your side. So that's how this works, and this is one scenario I wanted to show, and I also prepared in advance a second type of game to see the difference. So, and this is in the second gene. It has the same numbers here, but I will change it and I will apply the twister like a repeated pattern. It means every second value is twisted and is the worst one, and every first one is the best one. So we can assume that the new generation will be again the best one. The second, then it in the C1 or the P1 prediction can be the worst one. So we should wait 1 week, and then it's better to put these numbers on the ticket, and then from P4. So let's start it and let's see how this works. So this is, for example, the second kind of strategy, and you already see how this influences the result. as there is a great perfect wave. So it is taking the worst one as the best one, and now the better one as the best one. If we check it, we have here, I will just pause it. So you can see here, if we have 0 in place where it's not applied, then it has also value 0. If we have 0 in a place where it was applied, then we got the best maximum value. It's like to get 6 numbers. If we got a 2, then it's equal to 4. It has it's not applied, and as we are using by square, it's 2 times 2 is 4. If we have 1, it's 1 times 2 is 1 still. So you can see that here, and just let me run it for a while in a faster way to see how this wave will be changed and how this influenced. So let's a little bit wait and let's see the results. So I think it's really amazing, and you can play with the twister and with the setting in different ways. For example, 1/2, the first one you can make as a best guesser, and the second half of the past you can use it as the worst possible guesser. And that is giving us many options and many possibilities to play it with. So I'm returning to the statement where I said it's good to join this Wave Hunters group to get ready for June 2.3, where we can really play and test all many strategies related to the twister, related to the upper and lower filter, and also related to the order and disorder scenario when these numbers are considered as ordered or disordered. So we are really pushing the gene into its boundaries, and as I said here, what we are doing there with the twister is capable to drain the wave completely. So we remove all the potential from the past, we drain it to the minimum, as we see in this the first one, where we drain it to 0, and then the wave is in fact hungry to eat, to have something, to gain something back. So that's what I am so curious about, and something which again brought it into my mind. Let's wait for a while. I'm quite curious right now again. So some higher speed to bring to this generation. Okay. So here it is, and it's significant. I will again pause it, and you see here the waves, and if we run it for more, I believe that there will be also third peak which goes up, and 3 peaks which are let's say 0. So the wave can be completely different after a few hours. But let's see how this works. So we have this best result, and where it's applied, 3 on 2 powered by 2 is 9, 0 is equal like 6 powered by 2, 6 times 6 is 36. Here it's normal, and we have in this 3.0s. So that was a short history, but if it will be longer, that will be really different ways with some strange shapes. So I hope you find it interesting. So that's hope it blowed your mind, and if not, then I don't really know what will. And I hope you are looking forward to this new Gene 2.3, as I also looking forward to finish it as soon as possible. So that's almost all for today. I'd like to thank you for being here with me, and see you then next time, where I will bring one of the latest things. So as I said, I'm almost finished. So in the next video, I in the beginning presented the compare function, so the compare function will be in some way improved, that it will be simplified and you can then see in easy way the results, and you can really be able to compare them very quickly. You will be able to see also the which numbers are ordered always and which are not, and so on. So there is a lot of things coming, so stay tuned and see you next time. Goodbye.